Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Unfortunately, we are flying back home to the US soon, so we wanted to spend a bit of time talking about what it was like living here in Australia. Last week we talked through our top 15 favorite things about Australia.
I have fallen in love with flat whites. The coffee here in Australia is to die for.
But wanted to keep things realistic and talk about some of the things we wish Australia had, or things we miss from home. So that's what today's video is going to be about. Our top 5 things we wish Australia had.
If you are brand new to our channel, hello, we are Jenny and Logan, and we have been on the road since August of 2019. We left the US, went to 9 countries over the course of 2 months, and then ultimately landed here in Australia in October of 2019, and that's where we've been living and working for the last, 7 months? 7 months? Now, if you end up liking this video, which we hope you do, or if you've liked any of our other videos, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified when our next videos get posted. Now, that usually happens once a week, about midweek, but you won't know if you don't hit the bell, so hit the bell.
Makes sense. You're going to notice this list is a bit shorter than our list of our favorite things. It's because, obviously, it's a great place to live.
There's not a whole lot that we miss, but there are a certain few things that we feel the need to mention.
Let's get into it. And number 1 in this top 5 list it's just that Australia is so far from everything. We're literally on the other side of the world from America. It's just been really, I guess, challenging or difficult being so far from family. We're usually in the future when we talk to back home. It's usually Sunday and it's Saturday back home, so that's also confusing. Having calls with family, we're just really far away from everything.
I mean, yeah, flight stays are 8 hours long minimum. You can get to New Zealand in about 3 to 4 hours, but we are out here by ourselves, which has its perks. And number 2, I think this is probably the hardest thing about long-term travel in general. We miss our family and friends, so they can't come along with you on the road. You know, we miss big events and milestones back home, and that can be hard. Holidays, that kind of thing. So that's something you can't have when you move to another country or you're traveling all the time, and it's just one of the sacrifices that you have to make if you want to live this type of lifestyle.
Things to keep in mind.
Yep.
Number 3 on our list, even though we do love the Asian food here, so much, we do miss Mexican food back home and American style pizza. We have found some good pizza in Newtown that we were staying in.
Yeah.
But it's just different. You can't get a good slice plain pie.
No.
It's just different. Australians have different taste buds.
For pizza.
For pizza.
They put avocado on pizza, which I've tried, and it's not bad, but it's just strange. But in regards to Mexican food, there's just so many good, authentic Mexican food options at home, and you do not get that here.
Something we'll be getting when we head back home.
That'll be one of the first things. Number 4 on our list, and this is kind of a stretch, we're gonna be honest, because we haven't had too much trouble with it, but cell service and internet connection are a bit slower here. So I've had issues with my job just calling people and the line dropping or being really fuzzy. It happened way more often than it ever did when I worked at home, in the US meaning. And with the internet connection, it can be a bit slower here. I mean, Australia is just so far from everything that, you know, the internet is not as quick or reliable as it is when you're back home in the US.
Yeah, it does the job though.
It's fine.
If we had to be picky, we pick the internet. And number 5, just small things like the leaves changing and holidays from back home. We really miss that fall period. It's one of my favorite seasons. You know, football starting, Thanksgiving, crisp weather. We missed out on that here in Australia, but we did bring a little bit of it with Jenny making some pumpkin pie.
And people like my baking, which if you know my baking, that's a big deal.
She's been able to practice.
I have been practicing. It's just little things like that. Pretty, like, fall's a really beautiful time of year, but I mean, having year-long summer is pretty nice too. So that rounds out our top 5 list of things we miss from back home or wish that Australia had. That would be 10. So if you are an expat living in Australia, please let us know in the comments below some things that you might miss from home back in the US, because we think there are probably more things than we've listed. We'd love to hear your thoughts on that in the comments.
So that wraps up this week's video. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date as we're headed back soon and have some exciting content coming. So yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.